Good afternoon, and welcome back to the first episode of Live with Koolfrogg and Christal. What's up, Christal? How you doing?
Hi, I'm all right, thanks. And yourself?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm doing wonderful.
That's
Back here on this wonderful YouTube platform. Really, you've taken a hiatus for the most. I mean, I don't think I've been live since about Christmas Day. I kind of I allowed my last strike to fall off back in the 27th of last month, which is
you had
kind
a
of interesting.
strike?
See, there you go. What's up, Keith Gregory? Good to see you. Good to see you. Everybody smashes that like button. We can potentially push the algorithm back to where it should be. My algorithm's been shot. My algorithm's been shot because, like I said, I took a hiatus. I haven't been here for I don't know the last 12 days, 13 days, something like that. So a couple weeks can really shoot. Um, uh, you pretty much shoot you right in the foot when it comes down to it. So you really kind of take your algorithms away. You take away any kind of feeds away. It's climbing. There's 3 likes, and so there you go. There you go. Y'all smash that like button. Let's get this back out there. Share it to places that you like to share things, and let your friends know. Hey, Koolfrogg's live again. He's still around. He never went away. He never went
No,
away.
because you don't even receive the notifications. So when you
Which is interesting because I actually livened this back up. I went and I created today's show
yeah,
early this morning, and then I went and I privatized it immediately just to kind of keep it for what it was. And I'm like, I don't know, about an hour and 10 minutes ago, I went and I put it back to public so it would liven itself out. Maybe 10 minutes before, it should have thrown some kind of algorithm notification out for everybody to know that we're here. What is this friends thing people are talking about? Friends? Who's
what's
friends?
that?
Good to see you, Nick. I don't know what friends are. I have no clue.
Yeah,
I think I have maybe one. And Christal? Maybe?
yeah, always, eh?
Maybe. Oh, okay.
I thought
Oh,
it was a I thought it
there
was
you
a
go.
sitcom.
A sitcom.
With yeah, with
Friends.
what?
Chandler, Matthew Perry, he
Yeah,
ketamined
who
himself
decided
in
to?
his bathtub type thing. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, no friends there, shame.
Michelle R38. Hello, good to see you.
Hi, Michelle.
There you go. See, that's what I'm talking about. 5 concurrent views, 4 likes. We're on the right road to making this YouTube thing a thing again.
Mm,
So I think what our intention was is, if anybody remembers, about a year ago on the 9th of January of 2023, I did my first day show as opposed to doing the regular night show, and Christal, this one right here that's sitting right next to me, she was one of the first guests that I actually had. We talked to each other for probably a couple of months, working in through what that was, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was fun to do
mhm.
the random day show. The random day show was really something that I kind of just like, I want to do something different. I think I called it just hanging with chat. I called it just hanging with
Yeah,
chat because I was just like, I don't want to do set specifics, but I think we're gonna do some set specifics. You had thrown a document at me for depression. I think next episode we'll try and cover that for sure. To
mm,
make it what it is, because I don't what that's, I think we just kind of, we'll shit around for today. We'll see what kind of algorithm we have, see what kind of following we
mm.
have, see what kind of people are interested in checking us out. Now the interesting is, I do have us live here on YouTube, but I also have us live on X.
Oh, okay.
On
I've not heard of it.
Twitter?
Oh gosh. Oh,
Yeah, X.
I need to get used to that. I'm not used to that name. I don't know
Yeah,
why that guy went and changed the name.
I think Darth came up with a couple good names. He was calling it Twix for a little bit, and like it kind of sounds like a
Yeah,
candy bar or whatever. So then he was like
yeah.
Exeter. Exeter works, So I mean, dead naming.
Wait, dear, someone is coming. Winnie, just hold on. Let me just
What's
switch off.
oh yeah,
Let me just
no
switch off the
kiddos.
camera.
We don't want to
Yeah,
we don't want to broadcast kiddos online. So
yeah.
she
Oh
she
God,
should know
there
that.
she.
She should
She
know that.
knows this, but she's being very naughty. So
But
I didn't
she
even
wants
put
to.
on a. She's gonna be a movie star or something. Um,
which
I
which is
forgot to put
great.
on an
It's
avatar
wonderful
thing.
because one day she can do all these things or whatever. But because she's so young, she really needs to watch herself and not do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, she doesn't listen. Now
It
she's gonna
happens,
watch it.
and that's why I try leaving my camera off on here. I believe is because there's a tadpole running around, and just in
Swear
case
so.
he comes running in, I don't want him to be
Yeah.
submitted to the ridiculousness of what is YouTube. YouTube can be very dangerous in itself.
Yeah, so lucky there aren't a lot of viewers yet, so I'll just leave it on.
Says there's
Picture.
six. Says there's six. Well, it says there's seven really. That means there's actually
okay.
somebody that's sitting over on the axe, sitting there.
Oh, okay.
And the fun one is when somebody says something on X, is they figured it out to tie X to StreamYard. So if you say something, we'll see it here on StreamYard.
Okay, that's good. That's quite cool. I think Instagram also has that function where you can link to
Instagram just changed
StreamYard.
theirs to actually do such a thing or whatever, so we can.
Yeah. That's quite cool.
I do have an Instagram account, so if I really wanted to, I could go and tie to the Instagram and stream to the Instagram. I don't know if that's something that I'm really all that interested in.
Yeah,
it seems as though it's Instagram.
Much.
Yeah, Instagram kind of picks up a lot of these I don't know what you want, e-thoughts, foot pics. And it's really weird how Instagram is kind of like the American way of doing TikTok.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I want to go that far. I already gone too far, I think, with doing in using X as much as I do, because it's such a large platform. It's such a large platform.
It's much better than Rumble. Is it better than Rumble or a larger?
Well, see, that's what I normally do. Is I run my Rumble show at night. Is I run the Rumble, and I run X. So, being that I run Rumble and X together, anybody that would normally watch me on X is going to be like, "Oh, wait a minute, he's live, but he's on YouTube. Oh, wait a minute." Because I've really seriously picked up quite an audience on Rumble for what it is. Rumble's got its own algorithm, its own audience as is anyway. They're a little different. So I mean,
yeah, there goes on trending. I think who's more popular, and they will put you on the top of the list, ranking how popular you are, something like that.
Yeah, right, exactly.
But that's like, then you have to like play for your audience. You have to like buy them or try to like, it's not a natural following. So, but it's still fine. It's still like you still get to reach people. That is just it's more work.
I think there's been there's a lot of people that kind of don't understand how the Rumble algorithm works. And there's a lot of people that had issues with like things like chat features on mobile devices. They've
Yeah, the
fixed
chat is
some
never
of
fixed.
their issues, but not all of their issues. Because if you
Yeah.
have too many, like my phone, I got so many things on my phone. When it comes down to um, like apps or whatever, I have to actually remove something so that I can get my Twitter and my Rumble to update. They don't want to update. Uh oh, that's her connection. Well, she'll bring herself back in here in a short moment. I guess we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully she brings herself back in here. Hopefully she's not having too much of an issue. I know that she said she was on her phone, and she's down in. I don't. It's easier to talk to somebody else as opposed to just talking to absolutely nobody and random. That one's kind of a difficult one to do, especially when you figured that there'd be somebody there to talk to. Um, yeah, there she is. All right, you're back.
Sorry,
No, you're
I'm
okay.
technologically challenged and now I'm stuttering.
Did you just
I'll
say
put you
you're
on back.
picking your nose and you had and it's challenging? What the?
Yeah, I can't, you can't scratch your what?
You oh, no. That's so good and so funny.
Yeah, no. Sometimes, yeah, the age shows.
The age, like you act like you're old as shit or something,
We're another year older.
just by a little bit, right?
Yeah, I guess so. No,
You're
43
only
makes you
as old
feel
as
like
you
you're.
feel, right?
Yeah, well, I feel like an ancient, like Egyptian, I'm telling
Ancient
you.
Egyptian.
Yeah, that's how old
Is,
I
is
feel.
ancient Egyptian older than just ancient itself?
Um, no,
How do you know?
because I think ancient started, right? Ancient started the age, and then it went. I don't know. I can't realize what can't conceptualize that. uh, no, what I wanted to tell you though, it's cool. You've come so far from just streaming on YouTube. It's actually quite cool that you're doing all these different platforms, that, like that you're playing around with the, the technology and stuff.
Well,
So it's
it's like the thing with Rumble is I can say the things, I can say all of the things that I can't say over here. I can talk
yeah,
about, I can talk about certain, um, jabs. I can talk about uh, erections that didn't happen or something. Yeah, I can. There's
yeah,
so many things that you can say that you just can't say here. Because YouTube, especially so close to walking into this current for what it
yes,
is, this current year, this year is going to be it's going to be a shit show for sure.
yeah. Everybody's so sensitive to everything, and it's
Oh well, see, in the I've talked about several times about this conglomerate of countries of Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. They've
yeah.
they've they've created themselves a group. They just added to
Mhm.
that group. They just added to their group at the beginning of this year. They added United Arab Emirates,
Yeah.
Saudi Arabia,
Yes.
uh, Venezuela.
Who else is it? Yeah, it's all
Um,
it's South American countries and then the Middle East.
very right
Uh,
for what it is. It's very interesting because if you look at the group for what it is, I'm going to actually look it up here real quick because I'm forgetting all of the new countries that were added to it because
yeah,
they're not in the acronym. They're not in the
yeah.
acronym right now, right?
And they had a meeting earlier, late last year, where they announced everybody. And I also can't remember. I think I was, don't know where
Here:
I was in.
Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, Saudi Arabia, and United Arab Emirates. So when you think
Yeah.
about Egypt and Ethiopia and Iran
Mm.
and Saudi Arabia and United Arab Emirates, and then you think about it and you think
Mm-hmm.
about it a little bit more, and you're like, these are predominantly Muslim countries.
Mm.
So
Besides that, but
what's that?
carry on with your thought.
No,
Carry on
I
with
was
your
just
thought.
saying is that they're predominantly Muslim countries for what it is. It's kind
Mm-hmm.
of interesting how this it has formed itself into being something larger. Ah, yeah, keep talking.
Yeah, it's
Wow,
difficult.
my ear
It's
just
difficult to
ringing
say.
like shit right now.
What is your conspiracy meter going off? Besides that, these countries are
No,
also rich in minerals and things. So, um,
continue
like
to
you
talk,
see, there's oil
everybody.
and there's minerals. So, besides the religion part of it, there's also the land itself and what the
Oh yeah,
commodities that you
the
can get out of the
resources,
land.
right? The
Yeah.
resources that are available.
Yeah.
Correct, correct.
And who
So
wants to control?
China.
And Russia, remember?
China and Russia, China and Russia.
Yeah.
So it's in that kind of interesting how it just so happens to be that this conglomerate, this group of countries who have a majority of the resources under their control now.
Mm-hmm. So it's
When
not
I
about
say
being friendly. It's what are we gonna take from whoever? The lower countries, oh, we'll help you, we'll give you some money and make you, build some infrastructure and stuff like that. Because they want to build solar power plants here and all sorts of things. But then they want to steal our gold and our resources. Sorry. Well, not steal. We'll give it to them freely because we're so
oh
stupid.
no yeah, right, they because China has these banks, that has these banks where they go around and they'll be like, okay, so we'll build you the infrastructure that you want, that your country so badly needs.
Mm-hmm.
You need this massive transit line that runs from one city to the next, wherever, and you can't afford it. We'll put it
Mm.
up for you.
Precisely.
We'll put the bill for you, and
Yeah.
because we're going to foot the bill for you, we need a little bit of collateral.
Yeah.
Your airport. Let's put your airport up for collateral. So then the second,
So,
you're okay. So then the second that that you don't pay one payment,
mhm.
your airport
They'll take
is
it
now ours.
ours. We'll control what comes in. We'll control what goes out.
Uh, let's take all
So,
your stuff, all your monies from you. And it's really seriously going to be something interesting to see. And then now, the
yeah.
reason I kind of bring this up is because I know that you're in South Africa.
Yeah.
Are they trying to prevent you from being able to uh, communicate with others? Like, because I know
No,
that
not
we're able to
really.
communicate without an issue for now.
Yeah. They haven't taken over that part yet. I know some of but that's your problem with the Hawaii brand where they don't allow Google on it. So that's more an American thing. but they haven't done something like that on our side. In fact, they're actually making it better or easier to communicate.
Oh, okay.
Because they just sent in, there was this network line running from, I think it is from Europe or something, but there was something wrong with the line, and they sent through these Scandinavian people on a ship to come fix it under the water or under the sea. I think they were sailing for 2 months to get here, and then they fixed it and they went back again, or they upgraded it. So now we've got faster internet, faster, you know,
Oh, okay.
data, whatever you want to call
Okay,
it.
there you go. There's some awesome infrastructure that somebody footed the
Yeah.
bill for, right?
Yes.
Squab Bob, what's
Yes.
up, Uncle Squab? Says, as a mod, can I force Christal to show her face? She was showing her face there for a minute, but her
In
her
a
monkey
minute. In
decided
a
to
minute,
try
Carvel.
climbing up on the screen, and so
She's she's
out
gonna
of
pass out
protection
soon.
for the
So.
children, out of protection for the children, I'm kind of concerned for the matter.
Hmm.
I don't want you. I don't want your child to be submitted to uh,
To the dark
the
side of
internet.
YouTube.
Right, right to the dark side.
I have a cousin who lives in Scotland.
I have a cousin who lives in a pineapple under the sea. Is he yellow, porous, and spongy? Is he?
Is his friend what you call it? Who's his friend though? Is it a squid? I don't remember.
You keep on popping in and out. It's so funny.
I don't know. Wait, let me change my Wi-Fi.
She's just
I
talking
think it's
about
my
how our
fiber.
internet's so much better and
It's
this,
so
that, and the
awesome.
other.
Yeah, irony for you. Hold on, I'm taking my fiber off.
Nick Dev says it's called parenting. Good. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. When it comes down to it, we both have children that do not deserve to be submitted to the internet.
I've switched to
As
LTE, so it should be fine. No, because it's running off two different inputs. There's a fiber, which is the Wi-Fi, and then there's LTE. So it's switching between the two. It can't decide which one is better. So the phone is retarded. Sorry, I'm
oh,
sorry.
so then go and turn your LTE off because you don't need that. If you're attached to your Wi-Fi, you turn the other one off. It won't sit there and flip back and forth.
Yeah,
Turn your data off. You don't need that. You don't need that while we're doing this. You run off your Wi-Fi. You won't have as many issues.
is bouncing. So I'm not sure what's happening, but anyway, let's just leave it. I will. Yeah, I'll run off the one. I'll switch off the one, so it's fine. It shouldn't be a problem unless my phone decides to die. Yeah.
Well, that's what a power cord is for. Just teasing.
Oh, really? You don't say, eh? Who'd have thunk it? Gosh, wow. you learn new things every day. What?
In some cultures, Frog and Christal can engage their kids. Right? Exactly. In the future, whatever, under certain circumstances, kids getting together to have some fun could be something of very interesting.
Yeah,
To
I
see
think when
how
they're
they
a bit
would.
older.
Yeah. And I think we even talked about it last year when we first started doing this or whatever. That we, eventually that would be an ordeal where we could actually get the kids to interact with each other or whatever, so that way they would always know that there's other people in the world or whatever type thing. But
Yeah. No, because she's an avid YouTuber. She's now not she doesn't post or stream or anything, but she loves watching all this nonsense, like the Dianas and Vlad and and Nikki and stuff. She's just hold on. She's now shouting at the people walking in the street. Hey, moenie so sê nie.
The people that walk the street, are there lots of people
Yeah,
that
they're
walk?
walking down the. Oh no, it's just. I think they're going to the shop. There's a shop up the road, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And the door is open, so obviously she can hear them talking in the road. And now she's like, "You must go home."
You're in the middle of summer now, aren't you?
Yes, it's
Yeah.
summer, so and it's very hot. It's so hot. Nobody can sleep because it's so hot. So it's just insane. We've got the doors open, the fans on. We don't do air conditioning in all the houses because it's not necessary. But yeah, it's super hot.
Interesting. It's like super cold here. We're like, I'm sitting here in 8-degree weather.
Oh
I don't know
no,
what that. I don't know what that equates to in Celsius.
that's a minus something. It's a minus whatever. I just know it's minus. For us, we're on 20 degrees Celsius, which is a lot hotter.
Oh, they're giving us a wind chill warning on top of it. On top of it, wind chills as low as 50 below.
Oh gosh.
On top of it already being at 8 degrees.
No, that I wouldn't be able to live there. Is it snowing? Or was it snowing?
It was in the last day or whatever, but today it's been calm, just very windy.
Oh, okay. We had heat waves last week.
Interesting.
Now she just grabs the mic out of my.
It was negative 18 last week, Nick Dev says. Yeah, it's going to get colder here in the States for sure.
Ugh. But you're not even in the heart of winter yet, is it? It's like, oh no, it's
not really. Not really. I mean, you usually got another, 3-4 months to go.
Oh gosh, shame.
Really dependent, which is kind of depressing when you think about it, whatever. But at the same time, I'm sitting in this room. I still have a fan blowing on me. I'm sitting in shorts and t-shirt. Seriously, shorts and t-shirt with the fan blowing on me. My heat is not on. My heat is not on because the apartments that are around me, they all have their heat on. They all have their heat on, so it just like sitting here in this warm pocket in between everybody else's heat that's turned on. It's like, I can sit here with my fan on, and
at least you can save electricity.
Exactly. I can save on the electricity and stuff, whatever. While everybody else is like, oh, I got to turn all my stuff on. Sure, you do.
Yeah, no. No, that's just one bonus. But yeah, at least it's not so cold. We don't get snow in winter. Not only in the mountains, not close by. So our coldest day here is like 16 degrees Celsius in the afternoon. It doesn't even go below that.
It says 8 is equivalent to negative 13. In Celsius, so there you go.
That's
exact. So negative 13 with a 50-degree wind chill. So you're looking at negative 50, negative 60.
So you need to sleep
something
in
that you don't go out. You don't go outside. Whatever. You kind of. I went grocery shopping yesterday on purpose to make sure that I didn't have to go out any longer this weekend because this big huge thing that's coming across the States is massive. It's massive for what it is.
So isn't it like don't they warn you and what about the people that are homeless and stuff like that? They don't have shelter.
There's nobody homeless around this area.
Oh, okay. So that's all right.
Yeah,
That's at least cool.
for now, the millions that are pulling, millions and millions that are pouring across the southern border. At this, I feel bad for them. I feel bad for them because as they speak of global warming, as as we're sitting in this
Yeah.
negative 50-degree weather, the, uh, the ignorance of the
Yeah.
thought to go along with it.
Yeah,
I
that
feel bad for
sucks
all
for
those because
that.
more people have died from cold than they do from
Yes.
warm. So
Yes, because hypothermia is like it shuts you down because you
yeah,
just go into a coma, isn't it?
yep.
Yeah. Wait, I'm gonna walk with you because I need to put
The sun turned at
pajamas
21.
onto this kid.
Solverve. January usually
No, we
coldest.
had
Where the
what are you looking
Nick?
up?
I'm looking at Nick's comment. He says the sun turned at 21 December. Here,
Yeah.
Solverve. Where's Solverve? What is that supposed to mean?
Isn't it the winter solstice for you guys?
Oh yeah, we're winter solstice. What's Solverve? What's that supposed to mean?
He'll give you a definition, I'm sure.
Oh, okay. It's just the way they speak of the winter solstice. Solverve.
Wow.
I've never heard of that word before. It's just like,
Yeah, same.
where are you? Where, Nick? Where do you live, man?
He lives in a dictionary.
He lives in a dictionary.
Well, or a thesaurus. Okay, maybe a thesaurus.
Thesaurus. Oh wow, we're using all kinds of big words today.
Yeah, educating the nation, aren't we?
If we're gonna educate a nation on anything, I think we need
Yeah.
to educate them on the necessity of guns
Yes.
and
Gun.
yes, yeah.
Or gun usage
I think there's too many. I think
or the
there's too
non.
many that don't understand that guns are a way to protect people.
Yeah.
There's so many people that they're like, oh, guns are bad. Guns kill people. No, guns don't kill people.
No.
Stupid people kill stupid
Stupid
people.
people, yes.
Right.
We
And
had
that's what,
just on the 30th of December, there were just like gunshots going off the whole time. And these guys are like screeching tires, running their cars, whatever. So I thought it was the gangs fighting or something because sometimes they shoot up the people. Sometimes they shoot up people or whatever. But no, they were just shooting their guns in the air for fun. So it's why?
just for fun. They're like, yeah.
For fun. Like they emptied about 4 or 5 clips. You could hear. You could
I mean,
hear
maybe a little bit of awareness might be something that we could, we could also teach, I guess.
Yeah. So what I said
is shooting a gun up in the air is not necessarily safe.
Not intelligent. No, it's not safe.
Well, it's not safe because you don't know where that bullet's going to come back down.
Yeah.
It's not safe. But again,
yeah,
it wasn't the gun that would have done it, right? It would have been the person behind the gun.
Yeah, and now it's like 2 or 3 of them shooting out 15, 16 bullets at a time. You don't know if a stray bullet's going to hit someone.
Yeah, right.
They did it one time. The kid was sitting watching TV, a 7-year-old, and one of these stray bullets hit him dead. And he's just minding his own business. He wasn't even outside. Yeah.
With the cost of ammo these days, says Nick. Yeah, I get it. Things are really expensive no matter what. But
yeah. Now I said those guys probably got bonus for December because they had enough money for fuel and for new tires and for bullets.
Because they were cruising around.
And screeching tires and stuff.
They must have got it. It must have been a payday. They're all like, yes, we can go have fun.
Yeah, it's the end of the month. And remember, December people get bonus. Okay. It is very sad, but it is very true. People are very stupid. Yeah, people are retarded. Sorry, I should not stop using it. You see,
that's the United States slogan right there. The people are retarded.
No, it's just wrong, man. Nia. Now oh God, please excuse me a second. I'm gonna kill this child. Just hold on a second for me. I'm just gonna mute quickly.
She's like, hey, Mom. You said you're gonna go do something? Here, I got something for you. It's so funny. So I think what the intention is, for us being here, is to continue to have fun with it. Now we're not really positive on scheduling if this is going to be. It's not going to be every day. It's not. There's no way that I'm going to make it be that Christal's going to be here every single day. There's no way. I would do it. I'd do it for the most or whatever if we were going to be here for like an hour or whatever. But if we're going to do anything particular, like the next show that we do, I don't know if it's going to be a week from today, or if we'll talk about scheduling between the two of us a little bit more to make sure that we do have a good schedule for everybody. Because I know the world of the internet really likes schedules. It's really odd. It's really odd that how much the internet really does evolve around schedules. Because they're like, okay, so I can watch this person at this time. I can watch that person at that time. And if they're going to be, they don't. It's really weird how they don't really like the randomness of things just kind of popping off on random or whatever.
But it's nice to get a pop-up show so now and again. Like just for... Because you sit there, sometimes you're bored, like me, I'm bored, and then I check who's live, and then I just hop on there.
Sure.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess, like, I'm assuming that, let me go take a quick glance here, see who's doing it. See if there's anybody that's actually doing anything. Oh, there she is. Watch your back.
Yeah, sorry, I went to go and do what I said. No, I'm kidding. I put her in bed with the...
Make sure you protect that kiddo. See you coming
no, she's upstairs now. I put her in bed with...
That's what you said earlier. She's upstairs now.
I thought she went to my folks. So I thought she went to bed afterwards because she stayed away for a very long time. But now she's busy watching Diana and Roma. So that should keep her busy for a while.
Yeah, I'm still not turning mine on. Even though I know that he knows that I'm working. He knows. It's very interesting. He's been very good for me, whatever. Doing night shows over on Rumble, because like I said, I never stopped. I continued to produce something every day for what it
Yeah.
is. I go at night, whatever. I go and say goodnight to him and the wife or whatever as I come in here to quote unquote go to work, and I tell him, hey, I'm going to go to work. He okay, and he does very well. He does very well at not coming around, not bugging, not asking for things while I'm quote unquote working, whatever. I made sure that he had his lunch just before we come live, so I'm like, he's
Yeah.
good. He's got all the things that he needs to
No,
take
mine,
care of
even
himself.
if she's got her lunch and I'm working, because now these days I work from home
Oh,
most of the
okay.
time. And then I'm in a meeting with people, and then she'll come and say, hi. But like, also, we don't video call, like, really, so it's not a problem. But still, then she's like saying hi to people. How are you? I'm fine. And I was like, oh my God. Then everybody first has to say hi, and then she'll go away. I don't know. I
As
don't
long
know
as
what
you
I'm
say hi,
raising.
that's interesting in itself. As long as you say
I
hi,
don't know what
just
she just wants
just
to see
appease her real quick. Just say hi to her.
Yeah. She just says something terrible. But I mean, just whatever. Yeah, but people understand that since lockdown, the kids have become part of your workday, and because they're always around. So I mean, they've become much more accommodating to the kids being involved and stuff like that. So at least on our end, I don't know about you guys, your bosses and things, how they feel. But on our end, they've become much more accommodating. 'Cause you can run out to go buy McDonald's quickly if they're carrying on, or you can do whatever you need to do. And then they're like, okay, no, see you in an hour. I'm like, okay, bye. So it's actually the nice part of lockdown, or one of the nice things of lockdown. Yeah,
Lockdown.
there is, yeah, the lockdown back then, because we continued to work from home after our lockdown. Our officers said, this is working for us. We're spending less money on utilities and on
Yeah,
coffee, tea, whatever.
like
So stay at home. You spend your own money on your own coffee. You can, and then you just work extra hours.
hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
see
kind
what
of surprised
happens.
that there's anybody that really said, "Hey, we need to come back. We need to go back into doing the old and actually going
Some of
back."
them did. Some of them did say 100% because some of the essential services, obviously, you need a person at the office or at the workstation. But for us that work in offices or us finance people, they don't need us physically in the office because we can work from anywhere. It's just they want to see your face to make sure that you're still alive. Stuff like that. It's not a AI that's sitting in front of the computer doing.
Make sure that you didn't program something to do your job for you. Uh
And you know that there is a thing like that now that can do that.
huh. Uh huh.
And Elon Musk warned against that, where the AI can anticipate what the other person is going to say, and they memorize your type of answers and stuff. They can even check. You can even phone the doctor's office, or it will phone and using your voice, doing like making appointments and things like that. So yeah, it's frightening if you think about it. But yeah, that's another story. That's another controversial story because he said he wanted to stop the AI thing.
Right. Let's put a blockade up here real
But yeah,
quick. There you go. Oof.
oh, there you
Oh,
go.
there I am. I put a blockade up so that he comes in here, whatever. He's not going to be. Where's my
Shame, Nick.
light got knocked out of place? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
Thanks, Bob.
Christal is
I
so much
try.
cuter than Koolfrogg. I mean, in your eyes, Squab.
Yeah.
In your eyes only.
We're all beautiful in God's eyes, guys. Come now.
True. I mean,
Yeah.
Squab should know better than almost anybody when it comes to that. Sorry, Squab. When jokes present themselves, you have to run with them. You have to run with them. You can't. You hold them back. It just makes it lame and boring,
Yeah,
doesn't
it's
it?
just against nature. You can't. And remember, you have like a 2 second comeback time, so you can't like delay also, because then they're gonna think you're stupid. Sorry, you are. What's the word? I know I'm not. You must give me a list of words. I'm not allowed to use
Words.
words. All of the words.
Koolfrogg comparatively looks like a white walker. What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
Which one? Which one?
What's a
The
white
king or
walker?
the Game of Thrones?
Oh, I don't know what that
Hi,
is.
Ghost Ring.
Hey,
It's
Ghost Ring.
those.
What's up? Good day to you. Good to
It's
see you.
those things with the blue eyes in Game of Thrones.
Ah, see, I've never watched Game of Thrones.
Ah, okay.
That's
Why not?
I don't watch TV. I don't
Ah,
watch.
okay.
Yeah, I stopped watching movies all the way back in like early 2000s just because it's like shit was just not funny anymore. It
Okay.
just never really got into the
Some,
sci-fi stuff. There's a
oh,
few
okay.
things that I've watched in the last few years that I thought were actually decent. I don't remember exactly what those were, but I just remember there was a couple times where I was and I'm like, oh, okay, that's not such a bad movie or whatever it was that somebody was showing me. I just for what it was, I'm like, yeah.
Oh,
It isn't something that I'd still go and seek out and be like, yes, I need to try watching Game of Thrones.
I didn't
Nah.
watch it. To be fair, I I didn't watch it for the first 4 seasons, and then I eventually I'm like, okay, let me just do it because people are talking about things and I don't know what they're talking about. So I watched it, and then it's like, then I just got into it, and yeah, so it becomes sort of addictive. So I don't think you should watch it in any
No, yeah, I mean,
guapo.
I guess.
Ah, but also
Hasn't
there
watched
hasn't been a lot
series
of
since
new movies.
2015. Yeah, see, and that's the good one. That's the good one. Anybody that has been watching cable television here in the United States since 2015, if you're still watching cable, you might want to get yourself off the TV. It's all full of crap and ridiculous
Yeah, it's all
idiocy.
politicized, I guess.
Right? Well, it's not just that it's politicized; it's they've injected everything with this quote unquote wokeness.
Oh, yeah.
The whole LGBTQIA plus XYZ
Oh,
one
God.
two three whatever the fuck you want to call it, uh,
The alphabet.
ridiculousness.
The gay
Yeah,
alphabet.
the K alphabet.
I don't know what the hell.
My thought is
I
that
just like, okay, there's a rainbow. But we were the Rainbow Nation first, so I'm offended actually. But okay, but no.
is it
But
not without reason a lot of stream services do not have sort by year feature. Do you really seriously need a sort by year feature? You going back and you're trying to watch something from from 2 years ago, 3 years ago, from any content creator is not going to be the same as what you're watching now. Like myself,
It's
I've evolved quite a bit. I'm not the same person that anybody would remember me being a couple years ago when I first started. To go back and watch the stuff that I did when I first started, to be like, that's oh, okay.
wait.
I didn't right. I didn't talk as much. I didn't
See,
say as
someone is
much.
bored now. Then someone is bored.
Someone's bored. Uh
I beat you. Yeah, South African TV is much better, but because I have cable TV still, because my folks like to watch sports and stuff. So, and we only get the live sports on this one pay-per-view provider. So I have to have that for them. The rest of the time, it's streaming. Your Netflix, YouTube, Amazon,
yeah. I mean, there's so much
whatever,
that you
Apple.
right, right, exactly. There's so many streaming services that having to pay for some kind of cable service would almost be a ridiculous cost. Um,
Mm.
I bet South African TV is okay. My typos are glorious. I mean, haven't. Eh, it's all right. It's all right. I can read typo for the most.
Yeah,
You good? You good,
as long as
Ghost?
it doesn't autocorrect, as long as it's not autocorrecting to weird words, like it's something.
Like if you're trying to call somebody a cuck and it autocorrects to something else, I mean, your autocorrect might be a little off. Just saying.
Yeah, just a few. Mm-mm.
Squab
No,
says I'd
I've
pay money
yeah.
to watch South African curling. Like
I think we've got a team. I think we've got a curling team, but they haven't made the Olympics. I don't think. Well, maybe they. I don't know. I, I don't. But
they,
that's our daily lives because we sweep all the time. So I mean, it's not a big deal. Especially us girls, we
an all ladies curling team. Nice.
yeah, that's yeah. You pay money for that, Squabble. Essa para. Mm.
Okay. Mine just kind of come in the room or whatever. That's why I'm like, all right. And
Uh,
he turns around,
like,
runs down the hallway to the other bedroom, and runs back. Looks at me like whatever, and just keeps on running. I'm like, all right, yep,
yeah,
keep
and
doing that.
he's quite fast,
Run
eh?
back
He's
and
quite
forth.
fast.
Keep. Point being that
He's just
some
keeping you
people
on your
prefer
toes.
things in the 2000s and streaming services want to push latest productions. Money, 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 money. It's no sort by year or often not even showing production yet. Huh.
That's
Not even
interesting.
showing production year. That's crazy. I never actually thought about that. Never actually thought about that. You might that just makes you have to go and like IMDb everything that you do or whatever. Be sure that you get in, you'd be like, okay, so I want to watch something from back here.
With us on my because our
Pay
site
money
we
to
get
watch a
instead of
South African
cable.
hair salon. What? Squab Bob.
Wait,
he, he's like he wants to cover all the curling.
there's a Nigerian show where they do hair. It's so funny. But we have an Afrikaans cable network where they actually do hair competition. Who's the best hairdresser? So there
Oh
is
wow.
there, Gabo. Quite interesting.
Yeah, they better not
Yeah, we
try
thought of
injecting
everything,
that into
Quabo.
the United States. If they try injecting something like that into the United States, you're really gonna have some issues. You're gonna get some blue haired, half head shaved, whatever it has come up and trying to.
They've had that actually. A couple of years ago, maybe like 10 years ago, they had like a whole reality series with like I think 10 episodes or so, where they actually have stylists go on and do these hair competitions with the wild hair, where they actually do like what is it? Like a pigeon nest or a cage or something. They do sculpting with hair, and people walk on the run and like okay, it's quite creative, but yeah.
Hey, Crystal, tell Koolfrogg what to do with his beard. What? Leave it
what
alone?
what That's not for me to say, Spaba. Just a bit of oil and a comb. Pigeon nest beard.
Squab.
He's on a roll, eh?
I love it. It's so funny.
Nah. I don't know about a pigeon nest, but the Viking plaits would be cool. Like, but that's a mission.
Mami na umakit si Yana sa
Mm-mm-mm.
Give me some
Like-
attention, Mom.
So how fast did they kid run around the passage? Like, because my one is so fast you can't catch her or see her. Now she's John, seeing that she's decided. Ah, come
We're just gonna sit here in silence. No, just kidding. So then, um, we're still trying to figure out scheduling because I know that, like I said, I know people really seriously like schedules. It's really weird on the internet why people like schedules. I think we'll probably try keeping the time frame about 1 o'clock,
Yeah.
whatever Mountain Standard, because it puts it 10 o'clock p.m. for you. It really. I don't want to take away from you being able to put your child to bed at a decent hour.
Oh no, she does not sleep. So
Oh, okay.
no, yeah, no, she doesn't.
She doesn't like to
Like
sleep.
last night, she went to bed at 8 o'clock because she was out. She was lights out, and so she slept too much, and now she's awake. So that's why she's still up.
Right
But I mean, she usually goes to bed at 11, 12-ish in any case. So it's not.
So between now and the next hour, usually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually, if I'm down, if I'm sitting down, she'll sit
Yeah.
with me. But yeah, so it's not you're not taking away anything. I'll try to calm her down by 9 o'clock so that we can. Yeah. So we can. Yeah. Then there's no wedge. She's starting school next week anyway, so she's gonna have to go to school early, or she's gonna have to go to bed earlier because see now she's starting kindergarten. I think that's what you guys call it.
Starting kindergarten.
So yeah, she's 5, so she's starting school
Oh, okay.
next week Wednesday. Yeah, so she should be disciplined.
There's
now.
no such
Because-
thing as homeschooling over there, eh?
There is, but I have to work. I can't homeschool her
You have
because
to work. You
she's
can't.
nuts.
No, I got you.
But there
I
are
got you.
there are people that that do homeschool. There are people that do it for you.
Mhm.
Like you take them to the auntie's house, or she'll come fetch the kid and then homeschool. But for now, I needed to interact with the kid because
Ah,
we are a house full of adults.
the whole
So there
bullshit
aren't.
stigmatism of I need to have my child socialized.
Yeah, that whole nonsense. Yeah, so that
That
you can realize
nonsense.
how shitty people really are.
Seriously, my wife likes to push that when she was like, "What about socialization?" I'm like, what are you 50? She's like, close enough. I'm like, no, seriously, when it comes down to it, no. The whole ignorance behind the socialization of your child in a school was to push you to put your child in a school.
Yeah,
They're like, oh,
so
here,
that you can so that they can indoctrinate your kids.
yes, exactly. So I mean,
And take all your
and I'm
money.
not going to tell you can't put your child into a regular school because obviously not everybody can do the whole homeschooling thing all the time or whatever. When it comes down to it, you put your child into the
Yeah.
school, they only teach them about 50% of the things that they need to know. The other 50% comes from the parent. Comes from the parent. So as far as that
Yeah,
goes, as long as
I
you're
learned more
still
stuff.
debunking
I
all
learned
of the
more.
bullshit that the school's teaching them,
Yeah.
you'll be okay. You'll be okay. So they come home and they say, "Hey, mom, uh, teacher told me that I can be a boy if I want." You'd be like, "No, you can't."
Oh, they will not do that to you. They will not. They will. They will be shot immediately.
Oh,
We'll go get the dudes with the bullets.
she's like, they didn't do that shit around here.
Oh no, they will not. They won't. They still teach pink is for girls and blue is for boys, all that stuff. So we still fine there.
There you go. There you go.
Of course,
So
when they
that's
get older, they get exposed to the stuff. But I mean, you deal with that when it comes. But they don't do that weird stuff. Yeah. Maybe in high school. So that's when I'm gonna start. I think I said I'm gonna homeschool her when she's in high school.
sure.
'Cause
What? Oh, okay. Good to know.
I haven't seen the Outlaw Josie Wales squabble.
He's like, I want to come sit in your office too. I'm like, okay. I think he's probably gonna come and sit next to me here in a minute.
Yeah, he heard. Now there's another voice. Yeah.
He's like, wait a minute here. There's things going on in here.
Like you're not
Godfather
quiet. Why aren't you
Charles, the
quiet?
Outlaw, Josie Wales, Close Encounters, Rocky.
I've seen them all, but I've not. I can't remember all of the Godfather. I only watched Godfather 1, I think. But I have to
I mean,
rewatch it.
that one's probably the better one out of the bunch that you just named off. As far as that goes, in my opinion, anyway, I really didn't ever care for Jaws. I thought it was ridiculous. And
Yeah, it's a
that
bit
doesn't
far-fetched.
happen. Sharks don't jump out of water to bite people.
Well, they do if they think you're a seal. Our sharks breach.
Noted, don't wear
They-
flippers while you're in the water.
Precisely. Because what they did is they had a study. They had like this thing float on the surface of the water. And then they sailed with it on it. And the sharks with the whites would like breach up to like a few meters and try to catch that thing. But they don't chase people. They're not They don't eat humans, so like, unless you're bleeding, whatever. But they don't like our meat, the other white meat.
As you say that, there had been in the past whatever so many um, months, I guess, shark attacks. There's been several of them.
Yeah.
Um,
Yes, but they've made the
Australia,
sharks.
Australia had a
Yeah.
couple. Egypt had a
Hmm.
couple.
And yeah,
Uh, Down in South Africa, you guys had a couple,
yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean,
But the reason why they've in our case with the shark cage diving, they aggravate the sharks with those things
uh,
because you know,
they're
and
be
then yeah,
poking
the sharks
sharks,
just become aggressive.
poking at the sharks with something, whatever. Why would you
Yeah,
want? What would be like? Hey, I really want to go and poke a shark with this
yeah,
pointy object that they have no clue what it is, and see
right.
how long it takes them to get agitated.
Yeah. So now, yeah, it's just because they're annoyed at people. It's not because they actually hunt people.
I would almost
And
think that
all of the above,
the
Squabble.
same ordeal with almost anything else. They're more afraid of you than you are of them until you agitate them, and then they're like, "Ah, you're a freaking jackass!" Arr!
Yeah. Yeah. It's like same with lions, same with tigers, same with black mambas. Just leave them alone.
Black
But
mambas.
something quite interesting, um, they've driven the sharks away from our coast, from the south coast, yeah, or the west, because there are two orcas. There are two killer whales killing all the sharks off. So the sharks have migrated down to, I think they've migrated to Australia's side. So there are very
They've,
few sharks here now at the moment.
they've migrated to Australia
Yeah,
because
they
of the
swam all the
whales.
way down. Yeah, there's two orcas. They've named them. I can't remember what their names are. But they're killing off all the sharks, so we haven't had as many sharks
Huh.
recently.
It's only 2 shots.
But they're trying to get them away. I'm not sure where they're going to put them or get them to. But those two are not terrorizing the sharks.
Interesting.
It's quite fascinating.
Would have never thought. Would have never thought.
Yeah, who'd have thought Free Willy would be eating sharks? That was also a ban. And did you see Squabob's musical lineup? Those are the classics. So
Led
all of the
Zeppelin, the
above.
Doors, the Eagles, Pink Floyd, Rolling Stones, and the Allman Brothers. I mean, it's star-studded lineup there.
Yeah. It's
If you
like
don't know
a
who
playlist.
any of those are, I'd totally suggest anybody take each and every single one of those names, go look them up, and listen to the top song that comes across, and you'd be like, "Oh, I understand what the heck they're talking about." And then listen to the rest of the stuff, because there's so much more that's so much better than what they consider the top song off of any of them.
Yeah,
Just
and they're
saying.
all on YouTube, by the way. All their concerts, listen to the live concerts.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. The Eagles concert is one of the best. Yeah, Led Zeppelin as well. And there's one where where there's all of them in one concert, but I can't remember what the name. It's not the World Aid. It was something else. But somewhere in the 80s or 90s. I know Led
Nixon,
Zeppelin was in it.
Brezhnev, Chairman Mao, Indira Gandhi. List of ridiculous.
No, those are, yeah. Chairman Mao, is he South or North Korea? I think he's South. No, he's China.
Trying
He's
to
China. Indira Gandhi's
Right,
India.
Mao would have
Nixon.
right, he would have been the one that killed the most people ever. Not Hitler, not Stalin, Mao. Genocide
Yeah,
the most people,
yeah.
right?
Indira Gandhi, wasn't that Gandhi's wife, Mahatma's
Gandhi
wife?
was India.
Yeah, so that would have been either because I
Mahatma
know the
Gandhi's
son. Yeah, his wife also was an Indian leader at one stage, and his son or his daughter. One of the children are in parliament or government at the moment. I don't know, Nixon. I don't know. I can't talk like him.
Nixon would have been Watergate in the United States. He would have been that guy.
Yeah.
What's up, Texas Jen? Good to
Hi,
see you.
Jen.
Um,
Yeah, but did he kill people? Or is it just like a scandal? Was it because
Former
of him that
General
people died?
Secretary of the Communist Party of Soviet Union, Brezhnev. List of communists.
Ah,
List of his favorite communists.
oh, okay. Oh, am I one of them? No, yeah, I shouldn't talk that. I shouldn't say that out loud. I'm being serious.
Well, everybody, if
Who's
Christal
your
doesn't
favorite
come back
dictator?
next week,
We all know
we
why.
might want to check our local prison.
Yeah, or just the bomb tracker. I don't know what. I said the missile. No, it's terrible. Okay, then who's your favorite dictator? Squabble.
Jacob Castro, YouTube? Yes. Being that I don't have any strikes on YouTube currently, and it felt it necessary to liven YouTube back up. And Christal, of all people, reached out to me and said, "Hey, we should turn your YouTube channel back on or whatever. We should do something." So, live featuring Koolfrogg and Christal will be a random, intermittent. We don't really have a schedule set yet. It'll probably be 1:00 Mountain Standard Time would be a regular time for us to start.
Yeah.
Just don't know which days or how many days in a row. If it would be a weekly thing, or if it would be maybe a couple days out of a week. It'll have to at least be a weekly thing. So you'll see us for sure every Thursday. Every Thursday. That's what it is, right? It's still Thursday for you? Or it's now.
Yeah, Thursday's fine.
It's now Friday for you, right?
Not yet.
Not yet? What?
Still 37.
Oh wait, that's right. I'm not yet. Almost. It's just after 11 for you. I have to remember how many hours it is that you're.
Yeah, I also have to count. I didn't know what time it was today. I was like, wow. I had to use a calculator when you said. My fingers weren't.
Well, see, that's what I'm like. Like if I go and I put the stream up and I show the stream is there or whatever, it should give you a rough estimate.
It shows
of
my time,
hours.
Yeah, it shows my time.
No strikes on YouTube. Sounds like a challenge. I know, right? It sounds like a challenge.
What did you do to get struck?
The last one I quoted Bill Gates.
Oh God. Okay.
The whole 10-15%. If we do a good job on certain things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one. That's the quote. That's the quote. That fell off on the 27th of December, and I just kind of like the last few weeks. I just kind of I'm like, I'll just kind of play it loose and easy, whatever. I'll stay off the YouTube side, and I'm gonna still do my nightly Rumble streams. Those are still a thing. I actually have tonight's already set up or whatever because I'm supposed to do chapter 2 and 3 of Operation Paperclip. Operation Paperclip is the thing that it is very interesting when you actually I read the prologue in chapter 1 2 weeks ago, and recollecting off of what I remember, I just kind of am like they taking the intelligent people and move them to the United States.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, gee, I wonder why they took the quote unquote intelligent Nazis and moved them to the United States. You just What did they do?
Do we really wanna tell them that? I think maybe they should read. They should check it out on Rumble so that you can enlighten them.
Well, listen, that's what I can recollect from chapter 1. But yeah, you should totally take yourself over to the Rumble side, and tonight 9:00 Mountain Standard Time, and I'll read chapter 2.
Put the link in the description. Put the link
in the description.
Yeah. So that
sounds like a lot of work.
Okay. Well, and we struck. No, Jacob.
And we're struck. Not quite yet. Fondue, deviled eggs, Salisbury steak, fried bologna sandwich, tater tots, chili dogs, popcorn shrimp. Now they eat kale and tofu.
Yeah, ew.
I'm like, what are you trying to read off to me? Is this like a school lunch menu from the past? School lunch menu from the past, for sure. I don't know about the fondue in school, but everything else potentially.
My friend actually set herself on fire doing a fondue. Sorry. Yeah, that blue stuff went all over her arm, and she like just blew up in flames. I'm like, oh. So we don't do fondue anymore. We fondant.
Fondant.
But all the others, Bob, those are all good, except for the kale. I've never had kale.
All Nixon did was a lightweight version of what Obama did against Trump, and then he stepped down.
He lit his ass on fire.
I mean,
yeah.
If I wasn't struck already, I'm just
kidding. Yeah, ne? But don't read it out loud. Read it in your head. But yeah, you so want to comment, but don't go there. Don't get baited, Nick. Don't bait him.
But I mean, I thought we were testing the limits of YouTube to see how long it took us to. No, I'm just kidding.
Do they send it immediately?
What's that?
Yeah, I don't know how quickly after you say something's forbidden do they strike you?
It can be within moments. It can take them months to get to some of them. I mean, seriously, I remember one strike seriously got struck. Well, it was like a June episode, and they struck me in October. So, or it was a July episode, and they struck me in October. So as far as that goes, it really depends on what they decide they want to do, because they can.
I think maybe
done.
They have a meeting between the world people, and then they're like, let's make him
this Koolfrogg dude. He sucks. He's on the algorithm. He's just a horrible person.
No, but they did with Meme Copium. We were still watching. I think they were still playing that phone thing.
Gardic phone.
And then all of a sudden the stream went down. and he had to tweet. and he got struck. So they just took him off. I don't know what he was talking about. But we're like, where's Meme? Meme is gone. And only, I think it was an hour later or 2 hours later that he got back.
Huh.
But yeah, that's just been stuff. At least they should warn you. Like give you a 10-minute warning to say that the content that you're distributing is not conducive to our rules and regulations. And then, they'll give you 2 minutes to stop it or to, not just kill it.
Like watching Australian football, got myself yeeted immediately.
No, Australian football.
Uh-huh.
You mean rugby?
No. The Australian football, not the rugby.
Oh, like what is it? Oh, what is it? It's called rugby. Isn't it rugby union? Something like it. But it's got different rules. It's Aussie rules. I think that's what it's called. So
sometimes you do stupid things, and you pay the price. You pay the price for doing them stupid things. It sucks.
Your problem there was watching Aussie rules in the first place. Nobody watches them. I'm not saying that because they are biggest rivals in rugby or anything, and in cricket, and all of that. But I'm just saying.
Just saying. You're watching stupid shit. You might deserve to get eaten.
Yeah, it's not because we hate them on us, but it's like whatever. But were you streaming it without asking for permission, or did they just not like the fact that it's not American?
It was like an immediate thing. It was so immediate. Just all of a sudden, it's like boom, streams down, and I wasn't able to come back. I'm like, what the heck? What the heck is going on? And then it's like, oh, that's why. That's why. Don't watch Australian football.
Yeah, see, everybody.
Another reason why not to watch Australian football.
Because not for the fact that it's not real, that Australia is not real, it doesn't exist. Even their football is not real. Come on. They made up their own football. How's that about? I'm kidding. We love you, Australia.
You don't gotta lie to them. Some of the people that claim to be from there or whatever. I mean, I can understand, but
no, I've got quite a few friends that live down there. That they immigrated from here, so they still, I can still see them via video call. So I guess it's a real place, if you geotag them and say. But let's not get into that, because if we get into the history of Australia, because that's where the Queen sent all the convicts,
right,
initially. So let's not go.
Because she sent all the beautiful people to South Africa, right?
Yeah, I think they sent all the all the Malaysians and the Indians and the Polynesians. They sent this way. No, the Polynesians. They sent those people to Hawaii.
You cut out on the Polynesians. What?
Yeah, they sent the Polynesians to you guys.
Oh.
Because otherwise, how would Hawaii be there? where most of the Maori and the Aboriginal people
You seriously think that
stay.
England had something to do with almost every single placement of the peoples?
Most of it. Most of it. But with
That's really ridiculous to think about because I mean, as we're currently watching things happen in Israel for what it is.
Yeah.
We all know that eventually the people got shipped back to where they were originally supposed to be from or whatever, right?
hmm
And they sent them back home. They sent them back home to Israel.
only after they like what's the word? Braid them and mix them. So I think yeah. But they didn't send us back. They kept us. Did they? They kept us. Let me think now. Yeah, no. I think maybe it's just because yeah, let's not go there. Some people are just not, they just don't mix well. Some people don't make good friends.
England built
yeah,
the
they actually
greatest navy in the world, and they had to do something with all those boats.
Yeah, Nick.
Good one.
I thought it was the Vikings that did, or that had the best boat. Or did they steal those two? Oh yeah, they stole it from the Vikings. That's why. Yeah,
They stole the boats from the Vikings.
they stole the engineering. They had boats, but it wasn't as good as Viking boats. I'm sure.
Thor Heyerdahl showed how they were spread. My words aren't working correct. Hold on. Showed how they was spread. Right.
I'm reading too much into that. Yeah.
Discovery of
British Navy is
wood
cool.
use of boats. British Navy. Ah.
Yeah, because they had more wood to use for other things than just burn.
Sure, makes sense.
But they built, well, I must say our Navy is built from the British, and we're quite cool. And let's not talk about the Spanish either. The Spanish are even worse than the British.
The Spanish are worse than the British. Okay.
I think. Yeah, they invaded you guys, isn't it?
Before we were us guys. I mean, for what it was,
Yeah.
Spanish-American War, I believe, happened way before. The Spanish was insane, says Nick. Sherwood Forest is more of a grassy knoll these days.
Yeah, there's no more forest. Yeah. But again, another Induin. But Squab, you're gonna get people heated.
Squab. So good.
No, I'm thinking of other stuff now. Guys.
You're thinking of the other grassy knoll, eh?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you. Have they legalized it yet?
Into the left. Down into the left.
They've allowed us to grow for personal use. So as long as you're not selling it to anybody and you're just sharing it. so you can grow it. It's like so you can hang out in your front garden and do that thing where it goes puff puff, and they're gonna arrest you. But the moment you're out of your yard, then they can arrest you, which is very strange. It doesn't make any sense. Why make it legal if it's not legal everywhere?
Yeah, it's a good thought. It's a good thought. Why would they do something?
So, fun fact: my brother got a farm from the government. It's basically a lease situation, but he has to develop the land, and he has to sustain like the villages that are there, so he has to create jobs. So now he's decided to plant lettuce and grass.
Like
So
marijuana
he's
or
yeah,
oh,
yeah, yeah.
very
But the government's
sustainable. There you go.
yeah, it's sustainable, and it's gonna get them richer quicker.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
And you have the means
but
to do
see now
such a thing. That's awesome.
they've sort of legalized that aspect of it because I think for commercial sort of because now the cannabis, because they've got now the oils and things that they're using for medicinal purposes. So
Okay.
you get a license for that, and then you're free to go. And now you have my nephew who's who's doing hybrids that smells like bubblegum and things like that. And what do you do? He's got like a plant. Like when you smell it,
It's
it's
like
like it
bubble
tastes
gum.
like
It's
bubble
just this bubble gum. You're like, not that kind of bubble
gum.
gum. I want bubble gum.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like fascinating all the different strains and variants you get, and whatever the case may be. But now there's all new stuff. Like we used to just have 3 variants. Now there's like 50, hundreds. I don't even know. I'm like, leave me out of it. I'm confused as if.
You're so confused. You got me confused.
Yeah, it's very confusing. Because I can't even. I that the thing is that I don't that so the chemicals they don't with me. I can't. It's supposed to relax you and like you're supposed to go to sleep or whatever the case, or just chill, right?
Mhm.
I have insomnia and am highly energetic,
Hmm.
so I think that's a problem.
Yeah, that
Or
could be a problem.
maybe it's the bubble gum.
Interesting.
Yeah, you guys should all do a trip to South Africa and get the fascinating nonsense that carries on
Come to
here.
South Africa is what she just said to everybody.
We'll show we'll show you the land.
We'll show you the land. We won't bury you. We'll show it to you.
I know. This topic, it's very. This won't
Yeah.
get you struck though, because you're not actually talking about illegal stuff in your
No, we're not.
country.
No, right. We're not really
Mm,
talking about it anyway. We're just kind of.
Yeah. Anyway,
The British was the Romans on the
right.
global scale with a better religion, school, and legal system alternative would live under Ottoman rule and the Americas would still be undiscovered. Yes, and white men would still be the predominant slaves.
Yeah, I guess.
I think there's a big huge misunderstanding on what the Ottomans were really about and what they all seriously did, as they did hold slaves, and every single last one of them was white.
Yeah, because they hadn't. I don't think did they travel anywhere by then or not. I don't think they went out of.
They had an awful large swath of land. It is similar to what today's what Ukraine, Turkey,
Yes,
Israel-ish area, all the way around the whole Mediterranean, whatever that side of the Mediterranean.
yes.
Yeah, it was a fairly large um, country or whatever it would have been. I don't know what you call it. I guess it would have an empire for what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Consumed an awful lot of land, and obviously not the first ones to actually consume that land. As we
But
go
be
all the
that
way
as
back
it may,
3,000 years ago, and we put in the Canaanites,
yeah,
right? Mm-hmm.
yeah, of course. But I mean, if people didn't invade other lands or stuff, we wouldn't have, we wouldn't be here. So with the bad comes the good.
No, yeah, you actually have a point when you say that. Really seriously, if they wouldn't have done certain things, would have cultures have been able to develop into what they are now? Probably not. Probably not. So
Yeah.
yeah,
So
that's an
it's like,
interesting thought.
yeah, we shouldn't
But
just villainize. Yes, people are villains, and Vlad the Impaler was the best one for me. But I mean, we wouldn't be here, and we wouldn't have what we have. I mean, as we are a third world country, but we're better off than we've got first world amenities, even though we are rated as third world. But I mean, we still live luxurious lives compared to other countries on this continent.
mm,
So yeah, we can make fun of them all we like, but we have to thank them as well.
mm. Some
Anyway,
interesting stuff, that's for sure.
yeah, we have to keep an open mind. I mean, in our country, the you say the black population or the modern black population is still a bit salty about the whole apartheid situation.
Okay.
But if that didn't happen, they wouldn't have risen up against that, and none of them would be, you know, billionaires right now. So, and or have the schooling that they have, opportunities, stuff like. Yes, there are people that are still struggling, and they're trying to fix it in a very bad way, but they're trying. But it's also there was at least some upliftment in the whole sad story. So people should just keep an open mind on that spot. It's not
Yeah,
everything is bad.
I mean, I think keeping an open mind in general, is probably something that a lot of people don't do, that they might actually benefit from
Yeah.
when it comes down to it. I think there's just so many that are ignorant to keeping an open mind, that they'd rather just go ahead and go along with whatever's, I don't know, I guess, quote unquote easy.
Yes, it's just accepting the status quo. It's like,
Yeah.
or you don't want to ruffle feathers, or you don't want to put yourself out there because it goes against your moral fiber or some nonsense like that. But in fact, you are disadvantaging yourself because you're not giving things a chance.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
So
quite
that's
the
how I see it.
interesting thought that you got there.
Mm.
A
Yeah, 'cause
little
I
bit
mean,
of
if I
philosophy for y'all at the.
so early in the morning, I guess, or it's afternoon. No, it's afternoon there, buddy.
Yeah.
No, because I
Almost 3 o'clock.
think, yeah, it's lunchtime
Open
or
mind
so.
indeed. And critical thinking. Critical thinking.
Yeah, because I just think we were born in Cape Town. So, and most of our friends, when I was 2, we moved up to Johannesburg so that my dad can get like a better job. Because he said if we stay here, there's no future for us. So he moved up against everybody's what's the word, advice. And, no, what you gonna go do there? There's no mountain and there's no sea. There's no mountain, there's no sea. So he went to work on the mines where we flourished, or not flourished, but we had a better life. Some of our friends are still sitting on their mother's porches looking at what's happening, talking the same stupid conversation, doing the same thing in and out, doing the same job for 25 years. So it's like we've lived in, I don't know what you call states, we have provinces. So we've lived in all of the provinces for at least 2 to 3 years. So we know the land, we experienced all the people and have multiple jobs and stuff. So that if my dad didn't do that, I wouldn't be talking to you right now. What is it? Okay, just risk it, take a chance, open your mind. Yeah, and that's my preaching for today. It's my sermon. Tune in next time.
Next time. When is next time? When is next time? What are we thinking? What are we thinking? How often would you like to have a wonderful conversation? Because I always enjoy old conversations with almost anybody and everybody. And I said, I can do it on a daily, but that's not
at least once a week would suit me. But I mean, if we wanna like,
well, it's gonna have to be at least once a week.
Yeah.
That's a given. That's a given. But
yeah, so I think maybe if you give the people at least 24-hour notice or 12-hour
notice.
Is that a lot?
I mean, as long as we know that we're going to go live in a day, so so 24-hour notice. So we're here today. We'll see you tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
You got 24 hours. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, that's cool. I don't know. I'm fine with.
Okay, I don't want to put you out of, whatever.
We'll discuss it ahead of time.
I want to make sure that everybody's okay with what's happening. I don't want to force somebody to do something that they don't want to do.
No,
because it's never been my deal.
I'm sure you're not. But I mean, for now, once a week. I will, when we get into the swing of things, then we can increase it. How's that?
Right, sounds good. So,
I think
this would be about the time, because we wanted to keep ourselves about the 2 hours. I know that we started a little late today, but starting late doesn't mean we have to end late. As far as that goes, I think what we'll do is we'll actually go away for today. It was a wonderful episode for what it was. We had fun. We laughed. We joked, and she had given me something to read for episode 2. So I'll go over that for sure. And
we can think about it, and then I can also we can come up with something else if you think it's a bit heavy, because it is a bit heavy.
It can be heavy, but doing some of those heavy things, whatever, can be just as important as doing anything else.
Squabble. Go and think about what you've done.
Go away and think about
Yes,
what
we
you've done.
will.
Yes, exactly.
Sit in that corner.
We're totally thinking about all those things that we've done in our lives, and
yeah, that's gonna make you guys laugh because I mean, the other day I was cleaning the cupboard.
The information that you threw at me or whatever for next week or whatever, like I said, I'll go and I'll read through it. We will cover it. We'll cover it because it's an important thing to actually cover. And there's other things that that I have just from the skim of looking at it, just kind of going through it real quick just to see what it was about. I'm like, oh, okay. I already had some thoughts. And some things to go along with it. So as far as that goes, we'll definitely have enough content to do a few hours. So
because those are the talking points only. It's not even the actual discussion because that's just the triggers. Because the reason why I actually brought it up was because of what happened. So we'll talk about the actual trigger, and then
yeah.
So it's just for some what's the word? Not enlightenment, but whatever. it's just some knowledge and some sharing, so that. Because when times are dark, friends are few, apparently.
No, it's some of the important conversations that need to be had on certain ordeals. We don't want to give away what we're actually going to cover. That's why we're kind of talking in code.
Talking around it.
Hey, El,
but I think it's something that should be.
You showed up just in time. You showed up just in time. We're actually getting ready to walk out the room here for the day. We will be back next week, Thursday, 1 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. 1 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. That's 10 p.m. for all those that are in South Africa.
Or in London, Scandinavia, Denmark. What's my time?
That's not
the whole
true.
of our.
True,
it's weather.
England's only 7 hours. You're not in Greenwich.
No, I think England is 2 hours behind us. London's 2 hours behind us. Who's
right. They're
time?
only 7 hours away from me, or whatever. And you said you're 9 hours away from me.
Yeah. So that's London, but there are people in my timeline as well.
Nice.
That's in your region or in your
Crystal Mysteries Volume 1. Crystal.
You don't want to know. You don't want to know, Scott. It was an interesting holiday. I'm kidding. I'll tell you what I found in the cupboard last week.
All right, everybody. We're gonna do that. We're gonna actually call it. Thank you so much. If you haven't done so already, smash the thumbs up or the like button. I'm used to saying thumbs up because of Rumble. Hit the like button.
Yeah.
Share this out to those places you like to share things, and let your friends know you're at, so that they can come here and join you for a wonderful conversation. Like I said, we'll be back next week, Thursday, 1 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. I'll actually go ahead and because we know that it's so far out, I'll create the thumbnail and I'll have it posted to the YouTube so that way it can actually maybe generate some traffic in itself for the next week. I'll give you last word. I'll give you last word. Anything else that you want to say before we go?
No, just thanks for hanging out. It was awesome.
I appreciate it as well.
I better go sleep. Yeah, cool.
Love y'all.
That was fun. What? Storing weed.
Love y'all. Later.
Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.
Cheers, guys. Could it be? African lizard is storing weed in Crystal's cupboard.
No, it's closer to it's not a lizard. It wasn't a lizard. It was another creature.
You have creatures living in your cupboard.
I don't know why he's there, but he's there. So I had to put poison. Now we all know what it was.
Now it's not there
It
anymore.
was a mouse. No,
It's a
I didn't see it.
mouse.
It ran away. It was a mouse. It just like jumped up at me. I'm like, and I screamed. I was like, yeah. I wasn't expecting a stupid mouse to be jumping out at me. But anyway,
Alright.
thank you
Later,
for the
everybody.
tips of you. Cheers. See you next week.